Hello, welcome to the Creating Ripples podcast. I'm your host, Alexandra Zauner, and thank you so much for joining me here for today's Ripple reading. If this is your first Ripple reading, it's just a quick 5 to 7 minute episode where I read you a quote and give my take and insight on that quote and some ideas and suggestions on how you can go out and implement that into your life. We're going to go right into it today, so here we go. All right, so today's quote is by Sherry Mandel. Resilience is not about overcoming, but becoming. I want to just add like a little cherry on top of that and also read you just a little snippet from Brené Brown. And in one of her talks, she says, cultivate resilience. And I think these two just really complement each other because what Sherry Mandel is saying is it's not that you need to overcome to be resilient. It's about becoming. It's about stepping into it. And so I want to complement these two together because cultivating resilience is literally becoming. You're becoming someone that is able to be resilient in their life, right? You don't have to overcome it. There's not just one thing that happens in your life and then you were resilient and you never have to do that again. It's literally something you have to become. And that's exactly what Brené Brown's getting at by saying we have to cultivate resilience, right? Cultivate is to prepare, to pursue and develop. And resilience is adapting, bouncing back, sturdiness, right? And so the two together is literally creating and working at adaptability, flexibility. And that's exactly what that first quote is about, is resilience is not about overcoming, but becoming. We have to become someone that can adapt, someone that can be flexible, recover, pursue, work at it. So one thing that I read was thinking about resilience as a muscle. It's an emotional muscle that we need to strengthen, just like any other muscle. And there are a few different ways that we can do this, but you have to know this is a long game. It's not just you do something and you're resilient. It's like a marathon, like an Ironman. You have to work at it. You have to train at it. And you're going to start to become more resilient. You're going to strengthen that muscle, but you're going to have to continue to work at it. And so here are some ways or tips that I want to give you to just cultivate resilience so that you can become, right? Not overcome, but you can start to become resilient in your life. Thinking about adapting a gratitude practice, however that looks for you, maybe writing down things that you're grateful for each day, expressing that verb in a different insight. Your mindset. What is your mind? Your mindset. Moving into a growth mindset and recognizing that failure is a part of life. It's what allows us to grow and to develop, and using that as an opportunity to learn and cultivate resilience. I mean, that's literally what's happening. Support, right? Who's your support team? There are so many resources available for mental health. And especially being in a pandemic, taking care of yourself and taking advantage of the support that's available to you is so important. And that's going to really strengthen that resilient muscle. You need to be flexible, but not in the stretchy sense, okay? We have to be able to adapt a little bit. I don't know if anyone listening remembers Gumby, but we kind of got to be like Gumby. We got to move around. When things don't go our way, we get knocked down and not get back up, right? Yeah, give yourself the time that you need emotionally to recover from whatever it was, but then start to come back out. That's what resilience is. Bouncing back, right? And then your relationships. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Your friends, your family? Are they building you up or are they pulling you down? That's going to help you build up that muscle. Self-care, right? Physically, how are you taking yourself of your physically, how are you taking care of yourself? Emotionally, what's your nutrition like? How are you feeding yourself? Laughter is self-care. Spending time with people, traveling, or just getting out and exploring the outdoors. Making sure that you are taking care of yourself so that you can become your best version, so that you can cultivate resilience. That's all I've got for you today, but I cannot wait to hear what things you start to incorporate into your life so you can strengthen that resilience muscle and truly become and cultivate resilience. That's all. So if you love what you're hearing, hit subscribe, leave a review, and until next episode, let's go out and start creating ripples.